What's up guys, it's Josh. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a great Christmas, some time with your family, opening presents, spending time with family, eating way too much food. I love the holiday season personally because of the food. But today we're not talking about food, we are talking about hair. Now, as a guy myself, I know one of my biggest fears is receding hairline, losing my hair, going bald. So what I wanna do is I wanna go over some tips you guys can take that's gonna help not necessarily get rid of this fear. However, it will help your hair strengthen and last a little bit longer. You can't necessarily get rid of the inevitable. If you're gonna go bald, you're gonna go bald. If you're gonna have a receding hairline, your hairline is gonna recede. But you can have healthy, long-lasting hair if you follow these steps. Step number one, I actually talked about it in my first YouTube video. It's having a proper shampoo and conditioner, not the 2-in-1, not the 3-in-1. Now, looking into a shampoo and a conditioner that's right for you, it needs to have a few things on the bottle, somewhere on the label that identifies a few key factors when finding a good shampoo and conditioner. The two things you need to look for when you're buying shampoo and conditioner is the bottle needs to say no sulfates and no parabens. Now, these two things causes more breakage, damaged hair follicles, which is what we don't want, right? That's what causes the speeding up of receding hairline and going bald. A shampoo I trust and recommend to a lot of people is Shea Moisture. Guys, Shea Moisture is one of those shampoos and conditioners that you find that does not have parabens and does not have sulfates. Further than that, a few things I like about Shea Moisture is it doesn't contain mineral oils and it also is not tested on animals. For all of you animal lovers like me, it's a nice thing to know that it is not tested out on them. Now, to go along with the Shea Moisture shampoo, it also has a conditioner that has no sulfates, no parabens, no mineral oils, not animal tested. If you look into Shea Moisture, it is a cheaper shampoo and conditioner for the ingredients it has. They also have tons of different shampoos and conditioners with different ingredients that help different hair types. Now, when you are in the shower, you're using your shampoo, your conditioner, whether it's Shea Moisture, Dove, Head and Shoulders, whoever you're using, please do not wash your hair like a mad person, meaning taking your nails and just digging into your hair. This is like the worst thing you can be doing when you're washing your hair. If you watch any other YouTuber, Brad Mondo, Bluemon, Alex Costa, they never talk about scrubbing your head with your nails. It's always about massaging through your hair. You don't want to damage your hair follicles. We've talked about the shampoo and the conditioner. Now, when we're washing that in the shower, we want to be massaging it, right? We also want to make sure our water temperature is a proper temperature for our hair. Meaning, when it's too hot, you are drying your scalp out, you're drying your hair follicles, which is why your hair tends to fall out a little bit faster. When washing your hair, you're massaging it in, all this kind of fun stuff. When you're coming to rinse it out, make sure you are using room temperature water. We do not want it super hot. We also don't want it super cold. That's just not fun. However, I do recommend at the end of your shower to turn that water just a little bit colder and let it rinse through your hair. It helps recover the hair follicles, and that way your hair temperature is a little bit cooler. So when you're going through your hair, it doesn't tend to break as much. Now you've completed washing your hair feels healthy, it's great. Do not wash it the next day. Once you've washed your hair, give it at least another day or two before you wash it again. You want your natural hair oils to come in and help rebuild your hair follicles, strengthen your hair, and it also provides it a little bit easier of a style. Sometimes you see people that don't have any product in their hair and it still looks good and styled. It's because their natural hair oils are a little bit greasier. It helps their hair to stay up a little bit better. I'm not recommending, it looks like your hair was wet, but let those hair oils come into play a little bit more and be effective so your hair can strengthen up. Also, if you wash it every day, your hair tends to dry out a little bit quicker. I know this from experience because I used to wash my hair all the time. What happens when you do that is you start to have a damaged, dry scalp, which causes dandruff. You don't want dandruff. Now, most people know not to wash your hair every day, but you struggle with understanding when to wash your hair with your hair type. To be more effective, guys, when you have finer, thinner hair, kind of like mine, it's best to usually go about 2 days before you wash your hair again. When you have thicker hair, it takes less time for your hair oils to activate and help strengthen your hair and your hair follicles. So I recommend every other day when you have thicker hair. We're out of the shower, ready to put some product in our hair. Hair's a little damp. This is where most guys struggle. We will use products that have tons of chemicals in it, but a really high hold. I used to buy a product that would have a super strong hold and it would last all day, but my hair just felt like it couldn't breathe. It felt like it was very unhealthy. And further than that, when I washed it out at night, I know you guys know this, when you wash it out at night and it doesn't feel like it's completely out, you just feel like you're still dirty and your hair is just grimy and it needs to be washed again. Find a product that is healthy for your hair and still gives you a long-lasting hold. Now, a lot of you guys know that I am a big supporter of Prolong hair products. The old products I used to use made me just feel like my hair couldn't breathe throughout the day, and it was really hard to just wash out at night, made me want to wash my hair again. One thing I like about Prolong products is that it gives me a great hold throughout the day, it gives me great volume. Further than that, when you rinse it out at night, it feels like you didn't even have product in your hair throughout the day. Also, when it comes to Prolong hair products, they have tons of ingredients that are healthy for your hair and actually nourishes your hair throughout the day while it's styled and looking good. Now it's been a few days, you're ready to wash your hair again, it's starting to feel a little grimy, dirty, you want to make sure you clean it again. Before actually washing my hair again, I like to at least 2 to 3 times a week put a hair oil in my hair to help nourish it and replenish my hair follicles. Now when it comes to hair oil, I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what I use for my product. It's Prolong Cloud Control. Prolong Cloud Control. Now what Cloud Control is a deep conditioning hair oil. Now there's different ways to use Cloud Control. If you go to Prolong's page, you can find some videos on how he uses it. For me personally, what I like to do before I wash my hair is I'll put it in just a few drops, get it nice and warm in my hands, rubbing those oils together, put it through about 2 to 3 hours. I'll let it stay in my hair, and then I will go through my washing process in the shower. The next step, guys, is using a blow dryer. Now this is a topic most guys think is a feminine thing to do for some weird reason, but it is not. It'll give you more volume, it'll give you more style and hair control. Also, it's not bad for you. So let's talk about it. When using a blow dryer, get one that has 3 settings: super hot, medium hot, and cold. Now you'd never want to use super hot, right? Because what that does is it dries out our hair, causes breakage and damage to the hair follicles. So what we do is we use the middle one. When we're using the warm setting, we want to make sure that the blow dryer is constantly moving. We don't want to keep it in one spot for too long. That's what causes damage and breakage to the hair follicles, causing your hair to fall out. And that's the opposite of what this video is about. So once you do that, you can use your hands, a comb, a brush, whatever you use to go through and style your hair. Just make sure you keep it constantly moving. Also, when you finish blow drying, a proper technique to use is to take it down to cool and take the cold, push it in, and just go through your hair nice and even, okay, just to make sure you're cooling down the hair so that you're not causing breakage when you go through it again. Because when your hair is hot, you have a higher chance of breakage and hair falling out. So we want to cool the hair after we've blow dried just a little bit. Lastly, guys, you've had a long week, you've styled your hair, it's looked good all week, but you need to let it rest for a day. What I recommend is using some hair oil, putting it in 2 to 3 hours, letting it sit, nourishing your hair, revitalizing all the broken and the damaged hair follicles you have, hopping in the shower after that, washing out the hair oil with your shampoo and conditioner, and then when you get out, just pat your hair a little bit, but let it air dry the rest of the time. Let your hair naturally get to that stage where your hair is dry. Don't blow dry it, don't use products, nothing like that. Just let it hair dry and let it be for the rest of the day. So guys, I hope this video helps you, gives you an idea of how to take better care of your hair throughout the week. If you follow these steps and these routines, your hair will feel thicker, healthier, and stronger, and it'll also look good. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you can, please follow me on Instagram at Josh Welcher, and please like, share, subscribe to my YouTube. I will be posting content every week.